Hi guys and welcome back to the channel, it's Q here. I recently switched to a Plasma Orb Runemaster build and I've had the chance to play with it for a few hours both in echoes and against some bosses. The build feels great to play, but it also has its challenges, especially when my gear isn't of high enough quality to make the game easier. I greatly enjoy the fast-paced playstyle of the build. Pressing buttons at rapid pace makes the gameplay more enjoyable for me. The build is also quite tanky, with the ward mechanic being a significant part of survival when playing with the Plasma Orb build. I'm still missing a few key pieces of equipment to optimize the build, such as the Reign of Dragons relic, but I've begun to understand how this build maximizes damage and what's the easiest progression path to build it further. For those of you who have recently started playing this build, I highly recommend prioritizing acquiring a sufficient amount of resistances and life points first. After that, focus on maximizing dexterity to get the most value out of your Morning Frost boots. If you're playing with Mad Alchemist Slater, there is very little spell damage before these upgrades from your other equipment. Also, remember that your hat must have a mana restoring prefix. Intellect and cast speed are also critical for increasing your damage output to sufficient levels. Many Runemaster passives scale from intellect, and we also get a significant amount of flat damage from here. When playing with Ladle, we also gain cast speed from every other point of intellect. When you look at different guides online, you'll notice that Shred Armor on hit is among the recommended stats. Personally, I wouldn't prioritize this when starting to build a character because you won't stack it high enough without a significant amount of cast speed for it to be truly beneficial. Once your cast speed is high enough, this becomes a very good stat. You also don't want amps from different spell schools. You want flat spell damage. For example, just lightning damage affects only a fraction of your damage. Your critical strike chance goal for Plasma Orb is 100%. This may be challenging to achieve and it shouldn't be prioritized at the expense of other stats. As so often in ARPGs, you want to develop your character step by step. In Last Epoch, item hunting is very enjoyable and the complexity is at a suitable level. We don't get the best items immediately after reaching a certain point, but we constantly get small upgrades for our character. This was a brief overview of the Plasma Orb build, which I'm still learning myself, but I wanted to share my own perspective on it after trying it out for a few hours. I hope you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.